let me put it, let's do a hypothetical. You keep quiet. You keep my case under wraps because Chad Cronin's a DNC political strategist, campaign manager. And Virginia Piper's involved, and she's a Democrat. And a lot of Democrats, Schumer and all of these people are implicated. So you got, Republicans are looking bad because Democrat Trump is running on a Republican ticket and trying to pretend that he's not really a Democrat, even though he just publicly, again, defended Bill Clinton and Hillary. And you sweep the House, the midterms come around, and you sweep the House, and you sweep the Senate, and you now have what appears to be more Democrats than Republicans in the House and the Senate. And you say, finally, we've got the majority. We're going to put forth articles of impeachment. We're going to impeach Trump, Bondi, Noem, Kegsbreth, Patel, Trump. And guess what happens next? They start releasing, they pick up the phone and say, you vote for impeachment, and I'm going to make sure you go down with me, Schumer. They'll release everything on the Clintons. They'll release everything on Obama, Kamala, the Bidens, every single establishment Democrat, many of whom used to be, they'll threaten to publish everything they have on Elizabeth Warren, and so on down the line. And you're still not going to have enough votes to impeach, because the majority of those Democrats have been involved in crimes with Trump and all the Republicans for years. This is not rocket science. Unless you think that unless you were trying to get enough independent progressive Democrats elected on whom the Republicans and establishment Dems have nothing on. I mean, all those Republicans and establishment Democrats voted for the Epstein Transparency Act, number one, to make it look like, to distance themselves from it, make it look like they weren't guilty and trying to be part of the cover-up. Number two, because they knew Blondie and Noem and Patel and Kegsbreth, since this also involves military, high-ranking military personnel like Casper Weinberger's dead, but his nephew's still involved, with the Goldwaters, who are both Republicans and Democrats, convicted fraudster Rick Scott, DeSantis, and I don't even know how many other military people you have, either in Congress or anywhere else in any other appointments. I mean, we're talking about Virginia G. Piper here, who is the head of Homeland Security, and her brother she's not the head of it, she's a supervisor. I have no doubt that Noem answers to Piper. And then you have one of her brothers is some admin at Social Security, Secret Service, who definitely has the goods on anybody and everybody. Right along with her. So she's going to have and if she don't have the goods on you, she's going to set you up for some shit to try to, just like she just hired all these imbeciles, including Paul Dragon and his little flunkies, to impersonate victims advocates working with Sarah George, Bernie Sanders, and Mulvaney Stanek, who then gaslit me, threatened me, ran disgusting, I wouldn't call it a honeypot so much as it was a toilet pot operation on me, because they chose a female version of Herman Goring to try to act seductive towards me, which was fucking gross. So that when I got pissed, I cussed out who? Mulvaney, Stanek, Sarah George, and Bernie Sanders. Now, I was running a deep cover psyop on their ass. And by doing that, I was signaling to you what they were up to, so the state police and Cousy and Jag and whoever else would beef up their surveillance to find out who was impersonating progressive law enforcement, which is a whole other crime. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter who sweeps the midterms. If you don't have a majority of independents and progressives in there whom Democrat and Republican Goldwaters, who are admin at DHS and Secret Service, and then Blondie and Patel at DOJ and FBI, you got to have a whole lot of people that they don't have the goods on as being involved in the Epstein, Iran-Contra, all the racketeering with all the Wall Street, which isn't just sex and drug trafficking. It's healthcare fraud. It's IRS fraud. It's HUD fraud. It's all of the above. As stockholders, CEOs, and, oligarchs who own these businesses. In order to impeach Trump. Otherwise, it don't matter how many more Democrats you have in the House or the Senate. If they've been involved, if the biggest majority of them have been involved in this, what I'm just going to call racketeering, which is all-inclusive, all of their crimes, which includes God knows how many multiple homicides, and from the genocide, both stateside and abroad, you're not going to get enough votes to impeach anybody. Because the people you're trying to impeach has the goods on everybody. Both sides, Republicans and Democrats. Except for progressives. Maybe. Real progressives. Chad Cronin said he was a progressive and a democratic socialist. So did Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Actually, so did Trump. Everything he spewed on his platform, he stole from the progressives. So I would be thinking of another plan. You better hope that you got enough progressives running in the midterms that can win, so that you'll have enough votes to impeach that can't be blackmailed into not voting for impeachment. Schumer ain't going to vote for impeachment. He's the first one I think of in Congress that's... Hakeem Jeffries ain't going to vote for impeachment. And I don't even know how many other establishment Dems they got. Cory Booker ain't. Trump had a 2013 fundraiser for him You think they're going to go along with it just because there's a majority of Democrats in the House and the Senate? No, they're not going to go along with it, because if they do vote for it, Republicans are going to expose them as being a part of it. That's why I call my channel Uniparty of Epstein. That's why the shit's been going on for decade after decade after decade. Because both parties are involved, regardless of who has the majority or the presidency.